Good morning, everyone. This is Gideon Cheng here. I hope everyone would choose to stay happy today and focus only on the positives and don't even meditate on any negative thoughts, emotions, and situations that aren't even true today. So let's make sure that we don't get deceived no matter what happens in our lives. I wanted to briefly chat about life today, and today's topic is bearing spiritual fruits. And Jesus himself said, no matter how much of good deeds we may have done to the poor and needy, and how many miracles that we may have performed, and how many sick people that we may have healed, and how great our faith may be, if we don't bear spiritual fruit, then we will not be able to enter the heaven. So this is very important. And this is also everyone's first calling in their lives, in my life too. So no one can be excused from this command. And the first spiritual fruit that we must bear is love. Both God and Jesus loved us so much that he chose the path of dying for us. And he didn't die through a comfort death or euthanasia. Instead, he chose to go through the most sufferings and pains imaginable and do for the sinful person on the cross when he was not sinful. He chose the lowest form of a sinner to demonstrate to this world his love and his humility for the mankind. So we must follow his footsteps by trying to love God and also ourselves, but most importantly, others and our neighbors, as Jesus has loved us. So how do we love others? Please refer to 1 Corinthians chapter 13. It specifically tells us what to do. It says, love is patient and love is kind. Love does not envy. Love does not boast. Love is not proud. Love does not dishonor others. Love is not self-seeking. Love is not easily angered. Love keeps no records of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. Love always protects. Love always trusts. Love always hopes. Love always perseveres, and love never fails. Friends, this is what love should be in our lives, according to God in the Bible. I had once a season where I realized that I actually couldn't and didn't love my wife for various marital issues. And God told me to confess. So I started meditating on this chapter and wrote each phrase on my confession notebook. And I tried to remember every single incident that I had done wrong against each phrase. Whether there were 5 incidents or 10 incidents, it didn't matter. I wanted to change. Whatever I was able to remember, I wrote down. And I told God I am truly sorry that I didn't know how I ought to live. And I will change accordingly. That's how I prayed. Sometimes I cried at how ignorant I was about God's teaching and his direction, about love, and in general, according to the Bible. Sometimes I cried over myself being so selfish. And I also jotted down what I should do differently on the other side of the line if the same situation happens again. I pray for 1 hour every day for about 1.5 months, just over this topic, meditating on 1 Corinthians chapter 13, the chapter of love. When I was done praying, as I had the peace in my heart, I knelt down before my children and my wife, and I cried in tears and asked them to forgive me for yelling, not be available for them when they needed me, and not trying to understand their shortcomings in their shoes, because I was constantly busy with my work. At that moment, I knew I had changed. About 2 to 3 months later, I asked all of them how much I had changed. They unanimously quoted me about 80 to 90%. It was a success. It was God that changed me, not me. I could never change myself, nor I could ever change anyone. It was God that worked in my life through genuine prayers of confessions. I hope you can do the same, just like me, so that you can start loving God, loving yourself, and loving others. Friends, I hope you enjoyed our class today, and I hope that you would take your life seriously by continuing to listen. Thank you.